Hello, Internet, and welcome back to Neon Souls. We're starting today on an energy
I've
that
already given up.
will not be topped.
I have to go.
Uh, we're already making some jokes. So today's going to be crazy. Stay tuned. Before we get started with our game today, I got some announcements that we're going to go through, and we're going to hit those real quick. Our next stream after this one will be tomorrow. That's Saturday at 5 o'clock Eastern. Yes, 4 o'clock Central. We'll be playing our Star Power campaign, which is based on JoJo's Bizarre Adventure and Jujutsu Kaisen. We also play Fate and do some other fun stuff. And it's getting kind of wild there with lots of secrets being revealed and people getting attacked and all sorts of stuff. Largely focusing on traumatizing Sid, however I can. So join us tomorrow for that. Sunday this week, I don't think we're going to have slang. I think we might be doing something different. Maybe? Sort of? Kind of? Savannah looked like
I'm sorry, I was just having a slight crisis in realizing that I have no fucking idea what happened last time we did Star Power, and so I'm like desperately trying to remember what the traumatic things were. It's okay, you don't have to tell me.
Piper had a hot date.
Right.
We
Yeah.
saved downtown.
Right.
And
Right.
Penny found out about her dad's
Right.
big bat cave secret.
Right.
Spoilers.
Penny saw her dad's big pillar.
Dude, what is wrong with you?
Why? Why? Jesus! Beware behind the shadow of the obelisk. Yep. That takes on a whole fucking new meaning.
The
Thanks, Val.
the energy that me and Sid usually bring to this game, Val is bringing today, and nobody knows what the fuck to do with it, except cry a little.
Yeah. I figured I'd just get in front of it at this point and make everyone else
Defense
uncomfortable.
is a good
The pillar?
offense. Yep. Yeah.
Huh?
Nothing.
Anyway, so join us tomorrow for that. Sunday, TBD. So
We'll do
stay
something.
tuned in our Discord, see what we do. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Check out our schedule. It's a little bit in flux, but follow us on Twitter. We'll do updates there and also in our Discord. So I'm going to stop talking for a bit and let my players here introduce themselves, talk about who they are, what they do on and off this channel, and who they are playing here tonight. Starting with Morgan.
Forgot I have to introduce myself. Hi, I'm Morgan, also known as Magic Matrix on the internet. I'm mainly a cosplayer, so if you're interested in cosplay and want to check out what I do, you can find me on Instagram and Twitter and all the internet places under Magic Matrix. I'm here on Sundays, Mondays, and Fridays playing in games and maybe have a game coming up on Tuesdays on another channel, so that's cool. And tonight I am playing Clarity, who is the eccentric hacker.
I go next. I'm Savvy. I'm at Savvy Seaworth on the internets. I'm nowhere. Don't perceive me. I don't wish to be perceived. You can find me here if you want. Thursdays through Mondays doing stuff. Mostly playing in games right now. And getting some stuff together to run them again here shortly. And the Sunday nights, you can also perceive me on twitch.tv/lbhackemup playing Masks. Tonight, I am playing Choke, who is the mercenary with a conscience. I straight the fuck up just almost introduced the wrong character from the wrong game.
But you did it.
I didn't. I'm gonna not talk for the next 2 minutes.
So I'll cover that silence. Hi, I'm Christy Sid. You can find me on the Twitters at Greek Sid. We're really just talking about the TTRPGs that I play on the internet and doing Wordle. That's about it. Yeah. You can find me here. I run our game of Urban Shadows / Good Society on Thursdays, and then I'm here Fridays. Hello. Every other Saturday, Sundays, and on Mondays. You can find me on twitch.tv/InfiniteRP playing Flames of Freedom for the next couple of weeks. Fucking Wally got his character to propose to my character out of flipping nowhere. It was fun. I nearly killed them. But yeah, that was good. And I just started Wednesdays over on twitch.tv/Critical Misses playing some Good Society. Because I always run it. I don't get to play it very often. I'm very excited. It is Queer Society. And it was a hoot. So check that out on Wednesdays too. Tonight, I am playing Impulse. Impulse is the cunning fashionista negotiator.
That means it's my turn. Hello, everybody. My name is Sam. You can find me everywhere on the internet as Smackaroni on Twitter, Instagram, Spotify, if you want. I am currently here on Mondays and Fridays for a limited time only, and playing in The Forgotten soon and Neon Souls. And you can find me in real life pretty soon here on the first and third weekend of April playing Chiron in the Lightning Thief musical here in Denver. I'll be posting about it on Twitter in the coming weeks with more information if you want to come see that and you're close enough to do that. Don't fly here to do that. That's crazy. Tonight I am playing Chance, who is a biologist who is trying to defragment his hard drive. And by that hard drive, I mean brain.
And you should totally fly here to see just to see Sam in the Lightning Thief.
Don't put that on me.
Just everyone should fly here.
I was torn between joking about flying there to see the musical and trying to make some sort of joke about the hard drive being Chance's boyfriend. So I'll just say half of both, and you can laugh at whatever you want.
Hi. I started this.
Hi.
I'm Val.
This is all your fault, really.
Hi,
This
Val.
is my fault. You can find me at the Kraken's Crown on Twitter and Twitch. I'm here Thursdays through Mondays, playing and running games. I run this one. I run 2 on Saturdays, alternating weeks. Saturday Star Power, and Saturday's Mistborn, which may be taking a little hiatus, and something else might be taking its place for a bit. Schedules are kind of weird right now. What is time? Who knows? Just things to think about today, and time and the nature of it. But yeah, so we might have some changes there, so keep an eye out in the next week and we'll see how that goes. But right now, I'm running this one. So that's it. Everybody's introduced themselves and we talked about what we're doing, so I guess let's get into our recap and start the session. We've already lost Morgan. Everybody else good?
No. I was
Then let's
so
go.
afraid that chair was about to tip over.
Yeah, I thought the whole thing was just gonna keep going off
We
screen.
almost lost her for good.
Previously on Neon Souls, I didn't write a recap, so we're gonna popcorn this a little bit, and we're gonna kick it around a little bit. I'm gonna start us off. We're gonna go kind of chronologically. People can pick up if you remember what happened, but. You arrived at Minos Station, a hub station orbiting one of the moons of Jupiter, Europa. You had just experienced the time-distorting, memory-augmenting effects of this warp drive in getting here, and you all remembered all the prior loops that you had gone through, almost dying, and grappling with the terms of that. So, after some dramatic conversations, you began to make a plan for your approach and what you were going to be doing at Minos Station. Somebody else. I'll call on people.
Megalodon!
That's jumping forward a bit, but yes.
It's in the aquarium.
Oh, we were supposed to be meeting with the guy. The doctor, Dr. Hall, who we had the warp drive, and we were going to go meet with the people that he was trying to sell the warp drive to, and give them a fake one so that we could steal the real one and get money for the fake one and take the money and the
also
real one.
Keep the real one. Which is
Yes,
why we went to
yes.
the aquarium in the first place. It was
Yes.
a recon. I'm pretty sure Impulse is the only one who did any recon.
Yes.
Because
You did
some of
go
us went to
the-
see Megalodon instead.
The aquarium was the meeting place where this exchange was going to be happening. You decided to go scout and checked out the exhibits there as well, going to the Neo aquatic creatures exhibit and seeing the sort of genetically altered entities that the corporation that owns this station, Cetus, had birthed into existence.
And there was an orca
Which-
with a prosthetic fin, and it made Choke happy.
Yes, there was an orca with a prosthetic. Then there was a mermaid.
Which made no one
lots of-
happy.
which
There
made
were
no one
actually
happy.
2 mermaids.
There were 2 mermaids.
If I recall, 2 different subsets.
And we struggled
I
Yes.
guess we'll go with. Yeah.
with that.
Fish bottom, fish top.
I forgot about the fish top! We struggled with that one.
Well, the fish
And-
top also brought us to the conversation about the megalodon, which was interesting. And Web Captioner apparently had the phrase in its dictionary because, yeah, that was there. Just saying.
Why didn't they
the-
make a megalodon mermaid?
That seems irresponsible.
How do you know they didn't?
You don't.
You did.
I'm not sure I
You
like
did
this
break
game.
You did break into the release the megalodon exhibit. Choke. Who was it? Choke, Impulse, and
No, Choke and
Swin?
Chance. And
Choke
Oh,
and
Choke,
Chance.
Chance, and Swin.
Because Swin was like, the fuck are you guys doing?
Yeah. And there you did glimpse the megalodon, the massive shark-like creature, and also some sort of
Squid.
massive tentacled
Squid.
entity. She assumed was a kraken.
Squid.
Probably big squid. Completing this exhibit here. So yeah, you did that. Recon completed. What you do next?
Made a plan.
Yeah. Went back to the ship, started making a plan about scouting out the Cetus headquarters, which is apparently under the depths of the Europa waters.
Mhm.
And then Clarity and Zane went to Bang again, and then Choke and the doctor went to make the drop.
And met
Yes.
Captain Hook.
Yes, and where we left off last time, while Chance and Clarity were doing some research, Impulse and Choke went to make the drop with Dr. Hall at the aquarium towards the end of the day. And it was there that you were approached
Didn't
by
Impulse
a
go?
couple of...
Did I go? I think I stayed with Chance actually to
Oh, did you?
do the research. Yes, because
Really?
Clarity was busy. Remember?
Okay, sure. I don't remember,
I cannot
honestly.
remember.
I'm fine with that, though. So,
Okay. I think she stayed because we were going to try and make contact with the Cetus headquarters and maybe make friendly to try and visit it.
While we were doing the drop, so when we got back, we could just go straight there.
Yes.
That sounds...
makes sense to me, and if that's not what happened, it's what happened now.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Choke and Dr. Hall at the aquarium. Choke, you are approached by a couple or 3 sort of berobed, becloaked, behooded figures. One of which seem to be the leader, kind of steps up, pulls their hood back a little bit, and you see a robotic head with the sort of a brand across one side, some sort of alphanumeric designation, H00-K, and extends a hooked like hand to receive the briefcase. And that's what we're going to go and pick up. We'll finish out this scene with the exchange, and then we'll go back for the research and the planning and everything else. So, Choke. This, again, robotic voice. I was gonna hook up voice mod. God damn it. This robotic, kind of distorted voice says, We'll be inspecting the case now, love.
Sorry, what did you call me?
I said, inspecting the case now, ma'am.
Starts to say something, thinks about it, starts to say something again. Hands it the case.
Not meaning to cause offense in any way, just part of my programming. I'll get that looked at. He takes a step back with the case, pops it open. Brilliant, sort of sapphire light pouring out of it. Very Pulp Fiction. So he inspects it and looks up at the doctor and says, "This is the drive." Dr. Hall, who's still sort of behind you, Choke, says, "Yep, that's it. As it was brought, I did deliver." Yep. Definitely. And the captain gives a discerning look, and up to you, Choke, as well. The sort of LED eyes of his lights of his eyes, kind of scanning back and forth. Well, considering we have no way to test if this is the genuine article, I suppose we'll just have to take you at your word, Doctor. And what was your name again?
So hard to remember the fake name that I used on the ship.
Charlie O'Malley.
Charlie.
Charlie. All right. Well, we will verify the device later when we have it in a safe facility to do so, but as long as everything is in order and it works as intended, then we shouldn't have any problems. We'll go ahead and have the money wired to you, and for you to divide and pay as you see fit. I wasn't aware that you would have company with you, but we are of our word. I will warn you, though, Dr. Hall and Charlie, if this isn't on the up and up, and if you have attempted to double-cross us in some way, we will find you. And we are going to make you pay us back double.
Oh, the doctor's entirely too smart for that.
As I would assume. Closes the briefcase, hands it to one of the other robotic figures. They move a little bit stiffly. And Captain Hook stands, readjusts the hood, and says, "Well then, we'll be bidding you adieu. Doctor, Charlie." And turns and leaves.
Never said I was, though. Let's go.
The doctor sort of falls behind you, the two of you, moving through the crowds, leaving the aquarium, and says, So where am I supposed to go now?
I suppose wherever you want. I promised we'd drop you off somewhere safe.
So I can travel with you somewhere off this station then?
I don't see why not.
I'll think about it. I'm not really sure if. Let me see what my options are. I'll kind of try to find. Not that your ship's great. There's just like a couple of things that maybe not too keen on with your crew. and all
Oh,
the
I'm sure the accommodations aren't up to your standard.
The accommodations were fine. It's mostly the you have a sort of a rodent problem in your ship that makes me a little uncomfortable.
Well, they're part of the natural ecosystem.
A ship's not supposed to have a natural ecosystem. I hope you understand that.
Well, when you've got certain predators aboard, you do what you can to keep them happy.
Yeah, and that's also part of the issue. I will look for other accommodations, and if I can't find any, I will let you know before you leave.
Not that type of doctor, I understand.
All right. Well, I guess just call me if y'all are when y'all are planning to leave.
Before you go, we also
Yes?
had a deal.
Right. Half the proceeds of our transaction, I believe.
Seems fair.
Takes out data pad, hits a couple of buttons. Yours kind of ding lights up, and you see your half of the payment.
Pleasure doing business with you, Dr. Hall.
And my voice is all over the place. That's the pirate voice.
It's okay, you've been really anxious all day, it happens.
And you as well.
And if you
So-
need a ride, you know where to find me.
Yeah.
Just don't make too much noise about it.
Mm-hmm. Yep. All right. Goodbye. And heads to the somewhere else to look for a ship to leave.
Yeah, probably never see him again.
So, couple of things that we can do. So I know you're planning to do planning research for the Cetus lab because you know that one of the pieces of 8 is there. You do have the option because you did just get paid for a job to do some ship upgrades if you would like. We haven't done that in a while. So,
I think we've done it exactly once.
And I
yes.
just got a new thingy that makes doing that better.
Yeah. So, essentially, we can let Impulse roll for it, and then we can decide what you want to buy.
Okay.
I think I put all the the modules are here.
They're in the assets tray.
Party. There we go.
Okay. Here, +2. Okay. That is 2 pluses and 2 nulls. So that's a 2. And then I have resources at 2, so that's a 4.
Okay. And what the thing that you said you had is that
It so if I succeed, even if it's just by like 1, it automatically is a succeed with style.
oh, nice. Okay. I think what we'll do then is we'll count that. Maybe we'll say it's a 5. That's how we can kind of play it out here because you're not really getting the boost or anything when it really help you. Yeah, we'll call it a 5. So what do you all want to buy? You have the ship modules there that you can choose from. You also remember the command modules that provide ship stunts are sort of a free form way for you to to add something that maybe isn't on that list. Because I think right now, as the ship currently stands, you have cargo module, which I don't think you have anything currently in your cargo. You
Probably
also
got some
have
energy drinks left in there.
probably, yeah. You also have an ion shield, which can negate one inflicted condition per combat encounter. We haven't gotten a lot of ship combat, but I think we'll be doing that soonish. And a cloaking field. I think those were the 2 stunts that you had picked up last time. The cloaking field adds +2 to stealth rolls made when enemies are unaware of your presence. You also, some of the basic modules you have, other than those. Actually, these should go under. Why do I have this under here? That's what's throwing me off. Cut that. All right. You also have a drone bay with 2 drones, a fuel tank, and the habitat module and the Nerva drive. So, some of the other options that are listed.
Do we
You could
want
add
to
more
upgrade the Nerva drive, or do we want to like get a laser battery?
How many can we spend again?
5.
5.
Yeah, so the new drive, the Nerva drive that you have gives you less impulse, which means less.
Everyone could use less impulse.
Kick her
That's
off
very
the
fair.
ship.
The one that you currently have has a lower impulse, which means that it can't travel as far. That's for like far distances, outpacing other ships over far distances. Thrust is like immediate acceleration. If you switch to the Vasimir drive, it is more impulse, so you can go further, but you don't necessarily go as fast.
Gotta go fast, so
Yeah.
maybe we just keep that. Then, do we want to get a laser battery? Lasers.
Because you do have a warp thing now, so the traveling far distances sort of means nothing.
Yeah, we kind of broke that one a little bit.
You did break that one for me. Yep.
Lasers. Means we get good at attacking and overcoming.
Yeah.
Lasers is good.
And
I want the
that only
laser
costs
battery.
3, so we could still get something else.
Yeah.
We could get more drones, or we could do a heat sink.
Or like I said, you can get a stunt to your command module. With stunts are very freeform. If there's something you want to be able to add that might up your ability to like use some of your own stuff, like if the ship has some sort of disruption field that increases like your ability to like hack other ship systems, or like it has some sort of like stasis ability to like keep like to do some like cryo sleep. So again, you can just make up whatever the fuck you want for the stunt. So
Can we get a laser battery?
yes.
And then can we get a stunt that gives us a gunner bay? And let's choke fucking go to town in the gunner bay.
We could come up with something for that, yes. I'm pulling
I just
up.
want to think of like the super sexy image of Choke going nuts in a gunner bay, because it's pretty amazing.
I mean, I'm down with that if that's what you guys want to do.
I like it.
I'm trying to find space stuff.
had the thought that we should probably have some like medical equipment on board, though.
How much would a stunt cost?
It costs 1, I believe.
Could we do a gunner bay? So we'd spend the 3 for the laser battery. And then can we do lasers? And then gunner bay, and then maybe a med bay for the last one.
Okay, let's figure out how to rate those up then. Are those the two you...
That
Are
also
good at-
gives Chance more room for activities.
Yeah, or just like a lab, but we can use
Lab
it
would
like
be
a med
super
bay.
good. So I don't have to just have clods of dirt all over my room.
That's... Okay, so I added the laser battery.
Lasers.
Okay, so you have 1 laser battery now. And that is going to increase your mass by 2. Which I kept track of that somewhere.
Is
Okay, you're at 7 now.
massier good?
Yes. So, God, it's been so long since we looked at these rules. So when you're dealing with like at the end of a challenge, when you're in a space conflict situation, we need to do some more space stuff eventually with your ship. We'll get there. At the end of a challenge, or at the end of each exchange during a contest or conflict, the ship defends with its mass against its total heat. So when you have negative things happen to you in the ship, your ship will start, like modules will start to generate heat. And as the higher your mass is, the better you are defending against it. So it does help.
Cool.
Okay.
Chance, what
Alright.
do you use to science?
That's a really big question.
just generally, just like ballpark me. I'm just wondering what our stunt should be, because like
Okay.
Chance being in there increases Chance's sciencing.
Okay, I'm trying
This
to like
lab.
remove myself from being a real scientist and be like, let's be a fantasy scientist for a second. What does the fantasy scientist need?
What skills
I would-
does he use?
Investigative skills, basically. It would be a lot of like just lab equipment that had like stuff to examine bacteria, stuff to do. My brain wants to say, dissections, not autopsies. To do dissections.
Turn into autopsies.
Turn into
I was about to
autopsies.
say,
I mean-
hopefully the lab prevents us from needing to do autopsies. Like that's kind
Well,
of another.
Not
I
that
mean-
different.
They aren't
They're
really,
really
that
not that
different.
different.
What's the other
Um,
thing you see, other than the med bay? What was the other thing? Just so I can write it down and start getting something going. What was this other stunt that
Like
you wanted to get?
Like a lab. Oh, and then
No,
the
no.
gunner bay.
The gunner bay. That's
Bay
what
for
it was.
two.
Okay, sorry. Y'all continue to talk about the med bay.
I feel like
thing.
we know what kind of equipment goes in that one.
Gun
Yeah.
And me.
Big lethal
and choke.
The choke in
and
there.
a seat and
Put
a
gun in
big
there.
seat
Gun.
to fit a choke.
Big chair.
But yeah, like, stuff that it would be like a smash together of stuff that you might see in like the CSI TV show when people are like going over stuff. And like goofy mad scientist bullshit, like big Erlenmeyer flasks with tubing all over the place and that kind of stuff.
Yeah. And then so does Chance use investigate as the main skill for sciencing?
Bioscience and investigate. But my current, let's see, the one that I have at the
To be top.
the big fuck you skill is investigate. So yes.
Then, I mean, do you want to make it an even bigger fuck you, or do you want to like up your other one? Like, do you want to make it like give you pluses to bioscience if you're in
Bioscience is
the
plus
lab?
4, investigate's plus 5. So
6 of one, a half dozen the other.
yeah.
It's your lab. What do you want it? What do you
Let's make it investigate because I can. That's a little bit more broad. Like I can't.
Okay.
I can't bioscience a novel.
I'm writing something here. I'll read it in a second.
Can we make the argument for having some sorts of like straight medical equipment in there, or is that like too far out?
Oh, you know, absolutely. We should definitely have, like, I would say that anything that would be used to do, like, a dissection or autopsy, you still need, like, stuff to sterilize. You still need stuff to cut. You need stuff to stitch. You need all of that stuff still. So, like, we could absolutely make an argument, I think.
Sounds legit to me.
I believe it.
Speaking from personal experience or something,
He is a scientist.
it's
He is a
true.
scientist.
I do at least one science every day.
They say you should do at least one science a day,
Keeps the doctor away.
Okay.
or
So
you
what
become a
I'm-
doctor.
You become a doctor.
Most of this is gonna just exist in kind of the ether. But the
We should get some ether in there too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be great.
For what I put for the 2 stunts, though, for medbay, I have advanced scanning tech grants +2 to any medically related investigation rolls. That's what I'm doing. And then for the gunner bay, while weapons are manned, the ship attacks an additional +2. So if Choke or somebody else is actually like in the gunner bay using the lasers or the drones, the ship will attack instead of a good, it would attack at which is a +3, it'll attack at the +5, or the drones, instead of attacking at the +2, it'll attack at +4. So, does that sound fair?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because the ship attacks with its own stats instead of really using your stats. So I figured this is what the advantage we'll get for Choke actually manning
Our
the
ship
gunner.
can have superb lasers. That's pretty dope.
Yes. All right. So that's it. You spend some time getting those upgrades going, but while those things are being installed, we can go ahead and do some research and some planning if y'all like. So how would you like to where'd you like to start?
Chance, these folks are scientists, right?
The ones we're going to go see? Yes, absolutely.
So you can like talk shop with them, right?
More or less, if they're marine biologists. My God, my accent's bad today. If they're marine biologists, shouldn't be a problem. I mean, share a lot in common with them.
All right. So, say you worked at this facility, right?
Sure.
In your expert opinion, what sort of visitor would light a fire under your ass to want to impress them as much as possible and basically do whatever they ask?
Oh, an investor.
Hmm.
Absolutely. Anytime, if you want money to do something, you're going to go out of your way to impress that person. Science is something that is very money driven, unfortunately. But that being said, it does make it quite easy to convince people to do what you want them to do if you just say, I'm going to fund some large project of yours. Which it's not like we don't actually have the funds to back up our claims either.
I mean, we can at the very least give them a little taste.
Sure, we don't actually have to give them anything. Sort of like a drug rep or something of that nature.
So, do you want to be like the smarty pants investor and I'm like your business manager or something?
Sure. Why not? Let's do it.
Okay.
Oh no, I have to act like I'm rich.
No. That's totally fine. See, so having worked pretty extensively with the obscenely rich, you really don't have to talk much at all. In fact, you should probably stay pretty quiet. We need to dress you the part, though. Okay, come with me. Like, pushes him into her Alka's room.
Oh, good. We're having a dress-up chance moment.
Yep. Dress-up chance moment. Yeah.
Are we doing a full like Pretty Woman style montage?
Where I come out
Yeah.
and spin and shit. Oh, yeah.
Basically. But yes.
Involves just
get
sitting
him-
there like not shaking your head disapprovingly each time.
I'm making a lot of poses that are completely inappropriate for the outfit that I'm in. Not in a dirty way, just in a like that. Why are you doing that way?
Walking on sunshine, blasting over the ship's loudspeakers.
100%. But yes, eventually he comes out in like the full, I don't know, business suit.
It's a suit.
just a fucking suit or whatever.
I had to think at some point Francis showed up like in the back and like just it was like how was his voice? Try this and like slides this over, hands it over to Chance.
You brought an Italian silk suit on a space flight.
Did you not?
I'll be having words
What
with
did you-
about. Anyway,
Italy's been gone for centuries.
not if you know where to look.
Oh.
Next time we're on Earth, we'll
What happened to Italy?
No, not gone. Like the land is still. Clarita, you should know this. It's the land that's still there, but it's not a country anymore.
That's just what they want you
No,
to think.
it's the Domino's headquarters. Italy got bought out by Domino's in the late 21st century.
Why is that the chain that lived?
Why are you doing this to the land of my people?
It's still there. It's
I mean,
just
at
Domino's
least it's my
version of like
favorite
Disney
pizza
World.
place, but
It's just Domino's
Every-
land.
All pasta is served in a aluminum foil deep dish, and
The Vatican
But
is the
there's
headquarters.
apparently
It delivers
still
out.
a clandestine ring of tailors who still make bespoke
they have a pizza
silk
pope.
suits.
The label is
Yeah,
Domino's.
it's the pizza
It's a
Pope.
Domino's
They have a
label.
pizza pope. Pizza pope.
I wish
There's
it was
no words.
Pizza Hut.
It's just a
Pizza Pope.
Domino's label.
No, it would have been funnier if it was Pizza Hut because then the Pope's big hat could have been shaped like the hut.
I can change it. We can say it's
No,
Pizza
but
Hut
Domino's is better.
Better pizza or
instead. Domino's
a funnier
bought
thing?
Pizza Hut at some point.
Okay.
Oh,
And,
so they stole all of their branding.
There's both
Got
of
it.
them.
Okay.
Vatican has just been renamed to the Hut.
Oh
The
my
Pope
god.
Hut.
The Pope Hut.
The pizza pope hut.
The pizza
And the
Pope
current
Hut.
Pope's name is Jabba.
You're telling me
Oh,
they didn't make
that's
Shaq the Pope?
I mean, I'm sure he was at one point, but it's been a while.
Wait, is the Noid was that Domino's?
Oh, let's avoid the Noid.
The Noid
I thought that
was
was
Domino's?
Was the
Was it
Noid Domino's?
the Noid was Domino's. Yeah.
Then
Okay.
Oh, so the
all
Noid is the
of-
Pope.
No,
That's worse.
all Christian mythology, it's been rewritten. The Noid is now Satan.
I mean, that is fair. I mean, look.
There's just big mural depictions, like the Sistine Chapel has been like repaint, like any depiction of like of Satan, or not Sistine Chapel, but like any depiction of Satan has been replaced with like
The
statues and paintings of like the Noid.
Oh, we're gonna have to talk to the Satanic Temple
Yeah, we are.
about their Baphomet statue.
And the 11th commandment is avoid the Noid.
That's a new golden rule.
Just avoid the Noid.
This is stressing me out.
Somebody
Listen,
figure out what
I know
avoid
we
the
were
Noid is
talking
in
about
Latin.
moving away from these characters in this setting for our next season, but now I'm thinking this is the next season.
It is good. Religious conflict.
Devita
Anyway.
Noid.
Thank
Defeat
you.
the
Avoid
Noid.
the Noid.
Yes.
Because I don't know
I'm
how
just
to put the
imagining-
Noid in Latin. So we're just
I'm
That's
just
proper
imagining
now.
the chants. The Davida Noid.
God. I'm sorry I said anything.
Oh my god.
Mm.
Chad is
I know,
saying
but-
that now all religion has been overtaken by pizza. That's pretty great.
I'm not sure how that's any different from like every Sunday in our house, but
But wait,
I'm
wait.
trying so hard to picture a cyberpunk pizza Rome, and it's very, very difficult.
it is just that episode of Monster Factory where they did the bad pizza Dark Souls.
Oh my god.
Oh no.
All textures
So
have been
funny.
replaced with
That.
pizza.
It's pizza.
That.
Wait,
They've
hold on.
painted every surface with pepperonis.
Is a combination Pizza Hut and Taco Bell now a church that is Protestant and Catholic?
Oh, it's a Unitarian church.
I'm at the Pizza Hut.
See, that
There's
I
a
always
Taco
knew.
Bell.
I knew
I'm
pizza
at
would unite us all one
Pizza Hut
day.
and Taco Bell.
One day.
Well, now
I
that
imagine
the
there was some
song's
sort
gonna be
of
stuck in my head.
theological disruption between, or like disagreements between the Taco Bell religion and the Domino's religion, though.
Okay,
There
which
was
one?
like a-
Which one is monotheistic and which one's polytheistic?
I don't know, but
Oh,
I worked really
absolutely.
hard to make
Domino's
a real
is
religion for this
monotheistic.
season.
Absolutely.
Well, yeah, Domino. So Taco Bell's polytheistic.
Yes.
I would think it's the
That
other
makes
way
sense.
around because the domino has all the dots on it.
No, I mean no.
It's
'cause-
okay.
if they
So
replace
Domino's is monotheistic
Catholicism.
in the way that Catholicism is monotheistic.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
They
those are
actually
all
have
the
Father,
same.
Son,
monotheism.
yeah, it's all yeah.
Again, I think this gives more like Protestantism versus like Catholicism. Like, I think that's the like they're really worshiping the same fast food god, but they just have disagreements on the core.
I mean, when you think
fundamental,
about it,
like,
it's
principles.
all just like bread, meat, and cheese.
But I
Like,
was really looking forward to making up a Taco Bell pantheon.
you could make up
really what it
Domino's
is they're
saints.
arguing over the divinity of Papa John. Is mostly what they're doing at this point.
That's really easy, actually. The Satan looks like the Noid, but has Papa John's face. So
What
Done.
year is it? Have we not fucking done away with all that racists? Can we go kill Papa John? Fake Papa
Season
John in the
3,
game.
Kill Papa John.
Jeff.
Well,
It's a joke.
they did, and that's how the religion started.
God. Did someone murder Papa John?
Oh, I can't make a Lord's Prayer joke. I can't do that.
Hey, y'all.
This
We
is
have
our
a game to
worst
play.
work. This is
We're
the
I
worst.
have more that I want to get through today.
Game
How long have we been
lore.
on this tangent?
This is the worst thing we've done.
We've been doing this for the last like 20 minutes. Can we get going?
It's been great.
They say as if they
Alright.
weren't participating.
I know, and I lose track. I have a timeline that I have to get through in this game.
Yeah.
It's gradually getting shorter.
Yeah, because
Um,
apparently Papa John has taken over and we have to go fix it.
Do we just like abandon what we're doing?
No.
Just track
I'm
down Papa
joking.
John.
I'm joking.
We
We're
have
not
that
gonna
discussion
abandon what
basically
we're
once an
doing.
episode now. Can we just stop this and go? Because last week it
Do
was fucking
something else,
Megalodon.
Yep.
Listen, I'm sorry that my carefully crafted narrative is not enough to keep you entertained.
No, it's that the world that
better.
we've created has just expanded and become something of its own.
It's outside of my control at this point. I realize that.
We're too good at games, is what's happening.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Is how we're gonna lose Morgan. Morgan's slowly turning against us.
Just wait until I say what I've redone to the Greek pantheon. We'll talk about that in our next session.
No!
Oh, whoever comes back next week with the most fucked up thing that could have happened to Greece wins a prize.
We'll do it in chat. It'll be great.
Real
Also,
talk, based on knowledge base, it's probably Morgan.
Yeah. Also, I just put into the Discord chat what "kill Papa John" would be in Latin. Just if anyone's interested.
If anyone's interested in that, DM me
So what, chat?
To our
in the Discord.
Yeah. I didn't want to get flagged on Twitch.
Yeah.
Okay.
If anyone's interested in killing Papa John, wait. No.
Wait, what?
Hold on.
All right. So we're doing
Joke,
research.
Jeffrey.
Or no, you're planning on
Jeffrey
calling.
Bezos.
That's where we started. Your Italian suit. That's how we started this. Chance comes out with a nice Italian suit.
I thought you said
All dressed
soup.
up.
I was so confused.
I heard soup too.
Okay.
It's the wedding kind.
Chance comes out with
yes, a
wearing an
soup mess.
Italian suit, eating Italian soup.
There we go.
In a thermos so I don't spill.
Yes.
Sorry, I
We'll
just had this image of like a soup camelback. So you wouldn't spill it. You know what
I'm getting us back on track. Francis says.
I'll hold on to
I
that
think
one.
I would like to let the shoulders out a bit, but I think it'll pass.
I just won't raise my arms too much.
Please don't. If you tear it, then you're going to have to pay to fix it. And I'm pretty sure that the man who tailored the suit is probably dead.
Right. I'll be careful.
Okay, so now we just have to come up with a little bit of a background of some hoity-toity, the high-priced investor. Maybe Clarity could like put something out there into the ether about like give you like a website or something like that. And yeah, and then I don't know. Should we just cold call them? I don't know.
Well, essentially, yes. Oh, gross. Unfortunately, the easiest way to make this work would to pretend to be from a corporation.
Ew. Okay. Fine.
What's the least nasty one?
You
Is
are
there one?
asking the wrong person.
It's fair.
Joke kicks in the door. Captain Hook is real too. Just want to contribute to the conversation.
Wait,
Oh,
what?
you look nice.
Oh, thank you. I'm pretending to be someone I'm not. Captain Hook.
We sold the fake warp drive to an android called Captain Hook.
Ah. Did he have?
I am now realizing that you being, at least by face, our captain makes the most sense, as you are the one with the most visible, like, android-like augmentation.
I was really wondering how that sentence was going to end.
Oh, yeah. I mean, since most of the captains that we've run into have had some sort of mechanical appendage and or are completely androids.
Interesting. Now that you mention that.
Anyway, they said if we fucked them over that they would find us and we'd have to pay them back double.
Sounds about right.
Yeah,
I've done my
find us,
part.
though.
So what are we doing?
We are coming up with a rich investor persona for Chance, and then we are going to call down to the Cetus headquarters down there and basically say, hey, he would like to give you lots of money. Can we come visit?
It's a good plan.
Thanks.
I will be
It was a joint
no
effort.
help.
Fair enough. So, right, and a fake investor don't have to be from a corporation, I suppose, but just someone that has a lot of money, a private investor. Yeah, I just need to be a fake person.
We've probably got some Aries Aegis bits laying around somewhere if you want to go that angle. We've stolen so much shit from them over the years.
That's very true.
I'm just actually worried about someone from Aries Aegis actually being there.
Oh, fair. Yeah, maybe it is safer to just be like an independently wealthy private investor, that sort of thing.
Agreed.
Okay.
Sure, so,
Are Clarity and Zane done yet? Claire! Claire! We need you.
You just hear 1 second.
didn't you say that like 20 minutes ago?
I was literally just about to say that.
He goes over the intercom. I made Captain Hook.
Clarity rushes into the room, dressed, decent. I'm sorry, you met who?
Captain Hook.
Did you tick a clock at him?
No. I don't know how I would have done that.
Why not? That's like the best way to test his weaknesses.
Well, I think I've pretty well figured out his weaknesses.
Like what?
He's an android.
Yeah, but he could also be afraid of clocks. Well, alligators have swallowed clocks, but...
Yeah, well, I don't have one of those. I could give Alfredo a clock.
I mean, I think the aquarium has like some weird android cyborg alligator. I bet if we fiddled with it, we can make it tick.
Okay, I'll put that one on the list.
Okay.
We can keep that in our back pocket in case we have to deal with him again.
I do think I saw an alligator lobe in there. Might not tick, but it would jump funny.
Yeah, close enough.
I think the ticking is the important part here.
No, why don't we just get Zane to like make a little watch or something?
Okay. So, I'm sorry, did you need me?
Yes. Could you help us come up with a rich person persona for Chance and then give him an online presence?
Well, yeah, it's just... I feel like my skills are a little bit above this, but if I'm the only one who can do it, like, obviously I will.
I appreciate that. We'll find
I mean,
something
I could
more
have-
challenging for you.
I could have Anne do it if you're not up to it.
That robot doesn't know what people want to see, okay?
It's
So-
not a robot.
I'm just starting to feel like maybe we should have a team meeting.
Maybe.
About Anne and how we should vote her off the island? Yeah, I agree.
Just in
But you can't
general
vote her
about
off
sort of
the
the
island.
level of hostility that's happening here. And also maybe some people's confidence level in their jobs.
who's having trouble with confidence levels in their jobs? I mean, you can talk someone up if they're
Oh,
feeling
I
a
don't
little.
think anyone is having trouble with their confidence levels. And I think that might be the problem.
Oh, are you referring to the whole below my skill level thing?
That's one of many things I'm referring to.
Oh, we're doing
Because at this
achievement
point,
now.
I do feel like I'm kind of basically god of the internet. So
Okay. And?
I don't think I'm wrong.
I feel like that's a wonderful way to put a target right on the back of your head.
I mean, I think you can be right, and you can still be nice about it.
Was I mean?
You weren't nice. It's just we sort of work as a team here.
Yeah.
And so
I'm-
when your team asks you to do something and every time you tell them you think it's beneath you, they start to feel a little bad.
Okay, I'm sorry. I said it was beneath me. I just get bored sometimes on the ship.
Well, that's why we're gonna go to a weird marine base and accomplish something that I'm sure we talked about before. What it is,
Yeah, I was wondering about
I can tell you. But I know we're doing it for a good reason. I see, this is why we work as a team. Because after everything we've been through in the last couple of days, if I have to keep remembering as much as I've been remembering, I think I'm gonna short circuit.
So how fast did you need those like internet credentials?
Well, here, if you're bored, we'll play a game. How fast can you do it? God of the internet.
How do you feel about the name Edmund Sheridan?
Sounds like someone who says cologne.
I
Well,
hate
I mean-
it, which means it's probably good for this.
Give me like 10 minutes
I'm timing
once
you.
we have the information I need to put in there.
I'm timing you.
Okay, so Edmund Sheridan.
It's going to be your name, Chance, so you tell me. I was thinking of a couple. Let's see, Sterling Humphreys.
What if we go for alliteration and do Sterling Sheridan?
This doesn't count as my time because I can't do this until they're done figuring this out.
All right.
Let's do Sterling
You need a
Sheridan. I like
handicap.
that.
Okay, is that it?
Oh yeah,
Are we good?
that'll be some really nice like monograms too. Yes.
Okay. And we're turning wait, out of character. We're turning Chance into a prolific
Something.
what?
You're faking that I'm like
Investor.
an investor.
Okay.
Yeah,
I want to find
just a rich guy.
the most prolific investor on the internet.
Okay.
And I want to take like the 10 top hits and then just replace the name with the one we came up with and the pictures with AI generated photos of Chance in a suit.
So this is
That's smooth. It's amazing.
you're doing a
I'm
find
just
and
now the top
replace.
10 investors. Yeah,
But on the whole internet.
So that if they just like
look it
Google
up. It's me.
Google the name that we give,
It's
they'll
all
see
you.
that they'll see like the most prolific investor.
You can tell people to Google you.
Okay.
They're all Bitcoin investors.
Oh no! I hate it.
Rip.
Oh god.
No, we decided there is no cryptocurrency.
Oh, that's right.
It was
We
completely
killed it.
obliterated along with memes. So we're good.
Yeah.
It's a stupid joke.
But wait, we live in a cyberpunk dystopia.
Yeah.
But that was the one good
It
thing
doesn't
that
mean
we
there
got.
has to be
Oh, okay.
cryptocurrency.
I mean, yeah,
Instead,
I
we have
guess.
pizza religion.
Yeah, I mean, I guess we have to live the cyberpunk dystopian reality that is cryptocurrency. So
Yeah. Listen,
If
I'm not
pizza
going to.
religion.
This is escapism. If I'm giving you a dystopian cyberpunk future, it's going to be a dystopian cyberpunk future that lets us escape from our current dystopian cyberpunk future.
Where we fucking killed NFTs a long time ago and we're all happy about it.
Yeah. But Disney owns everything, and
including the state of Nebraska.
yeah.
That might be real though.
Well, yeah. That might be a little close to home. Okay.
It's fine. There's like
So,
4 people
yeah.
there.
Let's do
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
let's do a roll. What kind of roll are we gonna make this? We're gonna make this contacts, burglary.
Also, I got
guess we
all
can
of
make
those
it
bullshit
hack.
names off of Posh Name Generator, by the way. So that exists.
What is the difficulty?
That's gonna be. I'm too easy on y'all. I'm gonna make this a 4.
Feel like okay, I just won't. I
That
got
was a
one.
bad roll.
Yeah.
Do you want to spend a fate point and try to help? You could re-roll it, which is
Might as
probably your
well.
better option. What do you want to invoke? I assume like eccentric hacker or hack your brains.
What does getting an advantage on something do again?
So you can invoke. You can spend a fate point
Is
and
this-
invoke.
Creating an advantage for them.
Oh yeah, so you're creating an advantage.
So
right
I
now.
get another +2.
Oh, okay. So that puts you at a plus. That puts you at a result of a 3, which means instead of
If I
re-rolling,
spend,
you
I can
you
just spend the fate point to.
add +2.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. So then that's a 5.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Okay, hacker senses. That's what you're using. Gotcha.
Mhm.
So yeah. So that puts you at a +5 for that, and the advantage that I guess you're creating is, I mean,
See.
online credentials, online
Internet
presence,
famous?
internet famous. Yeah, we can do that. Okay, so that's going to be an advantage with 1 free invocation.
Cool.
Chat would like to see give player grenade options returned to this game.
Chat? No. Bad chat.
Bad chat.
Good chat.
Y'all lost your grenade privileges.
But I didn't even get to use all of mine last season. I
Well,
had
that
so
was your fault for not
many.
appreciating the grenades you were given.
Fine.
All right, so I'm gonna put internet famous. Oh no. Now I'm just seeing all the grenades in the chat. Okay. You succeed. 10 minutes. You've
I say I do it
successfully-
in 7.
Yes, you do it in 7.
You sound so upset with me.
Because I give an inch and y'all take a mile.
You could say no, I was challenging her. I feel like this kind of goes against the spirit of the challenge, but okay.
Hey, it
Was-
works.
What was the spirit of the challenge?
Is it really hacking if you just kind of find and replace the search results.
I had to hack into all those websites.
Any other planning y'all are doing? Or so is the next step here then to make the call? Is that the idea?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So as you're getting ready for that, I think Ghost like walks past your briefing room and just says, Claire, there's like a strange noise coming from your room. It sounds like somebody in distress. It almost sounds like Zane trying to yell for something. Is everything okay? Should I go check?
No. Don't. Check. I'll go check. I'll be right back.
Great.
Scurries.
She just
from the
keeps
room.
walking, just head down.
Ghost, was that just now, or was that like 15 minutes ago? Because that definitely changes the scenario a little bit.
No, that was just now.
Oh, okay. Yeah, she'll go check that.
What's happening on this ship?
Nobody
Don't ask
fucking
questions
knows.
you don't want the answer to.
And you just hear her walk down the hall in a bit. It says, God damn, another fucking mouse. Shit, fuck all over the place. She just keeps walking. All right. Okay. So let's go ahead and do our call, and then we'll take our break. Who is in on this?
That's it.
Just the two? Okay. All right. So just from the bridge of the ship, trying to look as fancy as possible.
Oh crap! I forgot my last name. It was Sterling
Sheridan.
Sheridan.
Cooper.
Okay.
Should I be there? I'll.
Ooh,
be-
yes. Actually, I was gonna wait till later and make it a surprise, but I think it's time.
I don't like where this is going at all.
Impulse is gonna run and grab the captain's jacket that she'd been working on,
Should I be afraid?
and she'll bring it out for Chuck.
Chance, do you know what this is? Should I be scared?
I have no idea.
Why would you be scared of fashion? Just try it on.
Puts it on.
It fits robot arms, and it's the whole thing.
Holy shit.
It's very much Choke's aesthetic.
Where'd you get this?
I made it.
You made this?
What, like it's hard?
Yeah.
No. I've been making alterations and beautifications to all of my full attire for like decades now.
Do you know how much
It's no
money
big deal.
somebody would pay for something like this?
Yeah, actually, because I'm usually the one doing it. But do you think I should just like make all of my clothes?
I mean, if they're gonna look like this, it's incredible. Thank you.
I hadn't thought of that. Oh yeah, you're welcome. You like it?
Yeah.
Well, perfect. I was
Why
thinking you
did
could
you-
stand.
Make. Why?
Well, you've been acting as our captain, so I thought you should look the part.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, don't make this weird. So, okay, you can stand in the
Looks
background.
like short circuiting
and-
a little bit.
So yeah, I suggest you stand there. If you could do the thing like with your biceps, like make them look even bigger. And yeah, just like honestly, just stand there. Yeah, you'll do it. And then okay, Chance sit there. And I'll be in the foreground, but you'll be like right there in the midground. It'll be perfect.
How should
If
I
they
look?
ask,
What
what's
do I
that?
do? What do I do with my face?
You know what? We'll pull out some sunglasses, put them on him.
It's
That
not,
way you don't have to worry about what to do with like your eyes.
It's not too. Oh, okay.
Maybe just like look like you're bored on your data pad. I think that might be the best bet. Yeah.
Okay. I can do that.
Okay. Showtime.
Okay. Staging everything appropriately. Imagine polished off some surfaces of some monitors and to make the bridge look as nice as possible. You dial in the call to Cetus's operations, and there's like a white screen, and there's an operator that appears on the screen in this like white background. Probably AI, but it's very hard to tell. Very sophisticated. It says, "Thank you for calling Cetus Corporate Operations. How may I help you?"
Hi, we were hoping to speak to someone about an investment opportunity.
Do you have an appointment?
No, believe me, I don't think we'll need one.
Could you provide your name, please?
My name is Valerie Sheridan, but I am calling you on behalf of Sterling Sheridan.
Let me check with management. One moment.
Of course.
There's a pause. The screen goes white again, and a little bit of time passes, a couple minutes, until it comes back up. Apologies for the delay. I'll patch you into our Chief Executive Officer now for you to discuss your proposal.
Thank you so much.
And dissolves away, and in a moment reforms, and you see ahead of you a sort of a silverish room with some like black accents around the edge, and this big like window behind from wherever you're viewing from that appears to be underwater. It's like it's either an aquarium or it's underwater, but there are like fish swimming past and like some bubbles coming up. It looks very dark, and standing between the this background and the camera is a woman with tall, wearing like a silver suit with like very prominent shoulders. She has like white hair that is sort of spiked back, and some cyber augmentations kind of running along the sides of her head, around kind of framing where her eyes are. Very professional looking. Wearing just impeccable makeup and jewelry, and she says, "This is Marina Allweather. Sterling. What was the last name again? I can't remember.
Sheridan,
like the hotel.
Sheridan.
like the hotel.
Mr. Sheridan, I believe. I'm sorry, I did not realize that you were interested in investing in our operations. How might I help?
Well, Valerie Sheridan, on behalf of Sheridan Investment Management. Honestly, it was really just by sheer accident. We happened to be in the sector, and we were just blown away by the aquarium exhibits. And honestly,
Happy to hear
Mr.
that.
Sheridan. Oh, of course. Well, you know how lovely it is up there. And Mr. Sheridan just turned to me and said he had to get it on the ground floor of your entire operation. And whatever Mr. Sheridan says he wants, I make sure that he gets.
Well, happy to hear. We're always interested on taking on more investors. We have multiple projects that require extensive funding for our research and development, so we can perhaps arrange for a tour of our facilities if that's what you're seeking.
That would be delightful.
I don't know how long Mr. Sheridan is planning on being in the sector. I could perhaps arrange for a tour in next week.
Unfortunately, we do have several meetings near Saturn, so I don't believe that will work. However, we will be here for, the next 36 hours or so, sir? Yes.
It's quite a tight turnaround. Is there something specific that Mr. Sheridan is interested in seeing? Perhaps I can give more information, have some briefs sent over in lieu of the tour.
No, you see, Mr. Sheridan is a bit more hands-on. I think he would really prefer to see everything in person.
Valerie,
I'm
let's
gonna-
just talk to Lunatic instead.
One moment, please. Puts it on mute. That was a really good idea. Actually, no, that's really nice. I really appreciate it, but I'm gonna look like I'm very angry with you and I'm trying to calm you down, okay?
Yeah, sure. Okay.
Pardon me. Again, though, we are on a very tight schedule. So anything that you could do would be much appreciated.
I'm gonna have you roll. I don't know if this would be. I think with that action, you could argue for provoke. We could also go with rapport. I'm fine with either one of those. That Chance's action there kind of lent towards having it be one of those two.
Okay. I mean, I'll go with rapport though, because
Okay.
of course I'm gonna.
And
go
you
with
have
rapport.
your free invocation if you wish to use it. I'm going to set the difficulty for this fairly high. I think I'm going to set it at a... we're going to set it at a 5, which is superb.
Okay.
You're asking for quite a lot here, and they're very secretive.
That is a 3 plus 5, which is an 8.
Damn. So that's a success with style on an overcome roll, which I believe gives you a boost, some other additional benefit that you could use during this scene if you're going to push for something else. But I think you can decide how you want to push for that here. But the boost will only be available right now. We can hold on to that invocation that Clarity set up for later, though. That can stick around. Cool. So,
can we take a minute to try and remember exactly why we were going here? Because
you're going here to get the piece of 8.
We need to get.
That's right. Okay, the piece of 8. Oh my god.
Yeah. I said that in the recap at the beginning.
A lot has happened since then.
I left work early.
You guys are actually doing something to further the plot, and you've forgotten what it is. Whereas when you do things that have no connection to the plot,
I had no idea why we were doing
focus.
this.
You martyred Papa John earlier, so like I don't really want to hear it from you. We're doing our best. The show happens on Friday night.
Let's use the boost to try and get to see the piece of 8 specifically.
Well, we don't know that they have it. We don't even know. What
but
it is. Maybe like a full tour of like their entire facility.
Yes.
So we can get an idea.
Because the way you found out about the piece of 8 was through hacking into their secure email, like their secure, like classified documents and stuff. So if you said you knew about that, that might raise some flags.
Oh no, I wouldn't have said like, "Oh, to see the piece of 8," but you know.
But you know, from the research materials that you read, I will say that they were specifically using the radiation from that from that they were somehow harnessing from this item to do genetic, like to
Modifications?
Right.
modify genetic codes. Yeah.
Okay, so we can push for that. Okay.
So if you were interested in seeing their research department, and that might be connected to it. So she, to your last point, pauses for a moment, thinks. Well, it's, as I said, pretty tight turnaround, so I can't promise that everything will be perfect for your tour, but if you'd like, I can get you in as early as this evening.
That would be perfect. Mr. Sheridan was especially interested in your research and development, particularly in genetic modification.
Right. That is the core of our business model, after all.
Of course.
I would be happy to provide Mr. Sheridan with an extensive tour of our R&D department, personally.
That would be wonderful.
Well, can I expect you this evening, then?
Absolutely. What would be the best time?
I'll be here all evening, so I'll be notified when you arrive. I'll have our... I'm trying... This is Val trying to remember the word. I'll have our surface station alerted for your arrival, and of course, you'll be transported down to the subsurface station using our standard equipment. I will advise you that it is perfectly safe, but it might be a little bit cramped.
Understood.
Well, looking forward to seeing you then, and doing business with you, of course.
You as well. We will see you this evening.
Wonderful. Thank you.
Ta-da.
Bye now. Hangs up.
We're going to go down now. I'm so excited.
That was so good. Like, I felt you embodied the role. It was just well done. Well done in general.
Oh, I even used a different voice and everything. Like, that
You
was-
did. I noticed. Yeah. And Choke, you were imposing as always. So, well done.
Sorry, are we done?
Yeah, we're done. We're gonna go this evening. Which means that anyone that is gonna go down with us is gonna need to be a part of Mr. Sheridan's entourage. So we're gonna have to figure out everyone's roles accordingly. Well, obviously Choke and Clarity are coming. Choke being, personal security. And Claire, who do you want to be?
Did I return?
Oh yeah, shit.
That's
you
up
went
to
back to your
you.
bedroom.
Does Clarity return?
Yeah, I think like Clarity makes sure Zane is okay, and then slips back into the room once she hears the call end.
I assume that was an Alfredo-based incident with Zane.
I don't really know. I was just making that up.
It was not, Morgan. It was not an Alfredo-based
Clarity
incident.
is free to say whatever that incident was.
Nope.
Do you know what it was, Morgan?
Yup.
I am so confused right now.
So am I, and I'm
What
a
is
little
happening?
concerned for Zane's well-being. What the fuck's going on?
Zane's fine.
I'm confused as a player. What is something happening behind the scenes?
Was Zane
Like,
a
what?
little tied up and you left, and then you got a little uncomfortable? Is what I'm going to assume.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes.
that makes perfect sense. All right,
Okay.
got it.
Horrible.
Amazing,
The two genders.
Horrible.
amazing, and horrible.
All right. So while you are trying to work out what it is everybody's role is going to be and your approach for this facility, let's go and take a break. So, thank you, everyone out there, for watching. We'll be back in a few minutes to see where all of this goes and how many more tangents we can get off on. So stick with us, and we'll see what happens. See you soon. Hello, Internet. Hey, everyone. Thanks for staying tuned while we took our very short break. I'd like you everyone to know that we
It was
go
20
off
minutes.
we go off tangents, off on tangents, both on screen and off screen. And this time it was off screen. So yeah, thanks for sticking with us. Let's go ahead and jump back into
Can you
it.
tell in real life we just all hate each other? Can't stand to be around each other. Don't want to talk
Yeah.
to each other at all.
Really?
Yeah.
We don't speak off camera.
I just count the minutes until this stream ends and I'm free of my curse of spending time with you people.
For right now,
That's how
you
good
do
of
because of
acting
Elden
as
Ring.
we all are, though.
Right
That's a
now,
fair
I
assessment.
do feel
They're
that because
more.
of
Let's be
Elden
honest.
Ring,
They're
though.
more counting the minutes so they can get back to Elden Ring.
That's
We're
a-
gonna end this.
That's a fair
promptly at
assessment of 4 of the 5 of us, I think.
I might start booting it up before we even finish the stream here today, just to save
That's
myself
not
some
fair.
loading
I have
time.
to go downstairs to the Xbox.
Okay.
Just join
yeah.
Zoom on your phone and just take it with you.
Yeah.
I could do that.
I can buy.
It's a good
Elden
game.
Ring
do that right now. What do I
Out there
do?
that hasn't played it.
You
It's a
can
good
play
game.
on that one.
Okay, so let's go and jump back in. You are coming up with a plan. What everybody's roles are going to be infiltrating the Cetus subaquatic laboratory.
All right, so Chance and I already have a part to play. And Choke, I feel like protective services seems appropriate. Unless you want, we're talking about challenging ourselves this evening. Do you want to do something else instead?
No.
Okay.
No, I'm comfortable where I'm at.
Wonderful.
Is there any Kevlar in this, or?
Yes, but only at like the important points.
Mobility.
I don't suppose this sort of fancy person would bring an intern with them. Does it make sense to me?
I think we want to keep everyone on the most official level possible.
What's your official title, Impulse?
I am Mr. Sheridan's business manager.
So I could be a personal assistant of some kind?
Absolutely.
That's good.
That would give you ample reason to be on your data pad as well.
Yep, that's what I was thinking too.
And then do we want to bring anyone else along? Maybe Zane? Seeing as he has the most familiarity with this type of piece of 8 thingy. Oh, we still have that. Wait, Zane gave me a thing.
Don't we have like 8 billion fakes of this thing?
Oh, not just the fake. We had something that would detect, like where
Oh,
it
we
was.
have the scanner thing.
We have the little scanner thing, right? Where did I put that? A montage of Impulse like scouring her room pretty extensively. Finds it eventually.
Get a reprise of Walking on Sunshine.
Excellent. Found it. Okay. So, I mean, we can have this. Well, Claire, do you want to be on BP thingy duty?
I can be on BP thingy duty.
Okay, here you go.
Do you think they're gonna let me bring in any guns?
No.
It's fine. I've got 4 attached to my body.
Let you bring
Don't. I rarely get to make jokes. Don't step on them.
Oh, sorry.
That's okay. I've got 4 attached to my body.
Well, also, I mean, if you're a big enough like investor and like they want your business and you want protection from your own people that you trust.
Are you suggesting someone be a bodyguard of some sort?
Well, I mean, that's what Choke
That's
is
Choke.
doing. But I mean, what I'm saying is they might let Choke bring in some weapons.
She's saying you might be rich enough to warrant me bringing in guns,
Oh,
I think.
I made you very rich, so
It's true, I was there.
you all were.
We could try.
I mean, just bring weapons that you don't have an emotional attachment to, just in case. Is it all of them? Do you have an emotional attachment to all of them?
No.
You haven't named all of them, have you?
No. That would not be a normal thing to do.
I mean, who
I'm
cares about normal?
sensing from the energy in the space.
I see.
I mean, I name most of my forceps.
I have named every single one of my wigs.
I mean, I name my computers.
Humans will bond with sort of anything, won't they?
Yep.
I'll bring some of the smaller ones.
Right. Oh,
Anyone else coming with us?
Well, believe it or not, Razor might be helpful.
Really?
He's also a scientist, and he's far more involved in genetic engineering than I am.
Yeah, but can he keep his fucking mouth shut? He's the only person on the ship that I think might not be afraid of me at all.
I mean, well, if you don't
just
want
wants
him
to bring
to
Zayn.
talk, no, I'm saying if you don't want Razor to like talk, they make things that prevent people from talking.
And you're upset at me for having an AI in my head.
What do you mean?
You want to put a ball gag on Razor?
No.
The three of us, I think, we're all thinking very different things. In
I'm
response
sorry, I
to what
was
you
just-
just said.
I was confused.
Clarity, what is your idea? Just for
Yeah, well, I'm sorry.
clarity's
Forget I said
sake.
anything. What were you thinking?
I mean, we could just put like a shock collar under his shirt, and if
No, see, yeah, that's
He says
exactly what I was
anything.
thinking, and that's a horrible idea.
just zap him every time he opens his mouth.
No.
Again, in a really controlled environment where he was consenting to this.
Yeah,
I don't
we
have
would
a problem
ask
with
him
that
first.
at all.
We would ask him first.
Do we need to go back to Sir or something? Do you all have something you need to get out of your system?
I thought we could never go back to Sir.
Oh, I wasn't aware of that.
I mean,
I wasn't-
it's the on the lunar base that we're banned from.
Once
Oh,
we
well,
buy
it was a
Galaxy,
joke.
though, we could stop by if we wanted to. So
It was also a joke.
Alfredo is not coming. I'm sorry.
Sometimes I wish I could fire all of you.
So Razor's coming.
Oh, it's just a suggestion. If someone's got a better idea, but I'll by all means.
I guess.
Well, if we want someone who also knows about like bioengineering to sell it more, as if you have a consultant who's like confirming to you what they're saying to make it look better, you could bring Razor. If we want someone who can get in and out of places without being detected and could also murder a man at a drop of a hat, we could bring
Oh, Ghost.
Ghost.
Yeah. All you had to say is stealthy and murder at the drop of the hat, and I
feel
Ghost
like-
is a given.
I feel like Ghost has been sort of cooped up recently.
She might want to stretch her
Especially
legs.
because
Get her out and about.
she absolutely has been hiding behind some doors and trying to. Anyway, yes, let's
What?
bring Ghost.
Wait, what?
That might
She-
be
have-
partially my fault.
Have you not noticed? Well, she wouldn't do it to you, Clarity.
What are you talking about?
She's sort of been just hunting some crew members for mental stimulation.
In her defense, mostly me.
Oh, so like Alfredo hunting the tarantula mice for stimulation.
Well, yes, but she doesn't eat us.
I mean,
don't know,
that's
have we
true.
counted the crew lately?
Have we? Is anyone missing?
Roll call. Roll call.
And Francis was never heard from again.
Everyone's accounted for.
We did just see Francis like a
Just-
couple
No,
scenes
No,
ago,
I
to be
killed
fair.
him. It's canon.
Everyone's
Suit's
accounted for.
mine now.
You just don't know what Ghost does in her free time,
Fair.
or who Ghost does in her free time.
Ew.
Okay, so it's one type of mission if we bring Ghost, and it's another type of mission if we bring Razor, and Choke need to be prepared for what kind it is. Because I feel like Choke's job is going to change the most. Based on this critical path.
I do like the suggestion of a ghost. Actually, that might be a good plan. Also,
Okay.
yeah, I think it ups the rich guy's idiosyncrasies that he literally hired twins as a part of his entourage.
Yeah. Weird. Rich guy's weird.
So, Ghost is also being as like a personal assistant.
Yeah, we
Me.
need, oh shit. We need a reason for for Ghost to be there.
I mean, why would you have just one bodyguard?
That's what I was going to say.
You're very rich.
Hire many people of many skills.
Alright, I've got
Joke is your
two
security,
bodyguards.
the head of your security, while Ghost is your close quarters protection.
Sure.
The left and right hand.
Hmm.
Plus, now I have cool robot arms, so we'll look cool standing next to each other.
That's true.
Oh, that's so true. I hadn't thought about that. Okay, purely for
In
aesthetics,
this
Ghost
jacket.
is coming. Okay.
Alright, Ghost then.
Ghost will be our one allotted crew member coming off the ship
Okay.
with us.
I'm glad you're not bringing Zane. Zane was getting a little more XP than the rest of your crew members. You got to even it out a
Yes,
little
I
bit. So yeah,
We're also really
it's
fucking
probably
up our approval ratings.
Yeah,
we are.
yeah. Zane's affinity is much higher. Like you're gonna get
We've
the ending
maxed
for
Zane
Zane,
out.
but you're not gonna get the endings for anyone else on the crew if you don't
Start
work on their
grinding those out.
affinities. Zane's at least S tier right now, and the rest of them are still like hovering at like D and C. So you really gotta.
Just starts pulling gifts out of the bag. Just
Is this yours? Is this yours? Is this yours? These are very niche Fire Emblem jokes for everyone in the chat. Okay. So, yeah. Ghost will come along, play the part as bodyguard. Make some comments about not wanting to bring guns because that would ruin the sport. Hasn't gotten a chance to flex in a while. She's gonna hitman this up and just use whatever she can find on hand.
Ghost, just because you bring guns doesn't mean you have to use them.
But it's like having the safety net. I know I won't challenge myself if I know that I have the options available. If
bring
I
him
don't
anyway.
go in with
I'll
anything-
challenge you.
Okay.
Okay, if shit goes down, whoever kills the most wins.
All right, but no guns.
Fine, no guns.
Sweet.
Unless it compromises.
I was gonna say maybe just
Mission?
gun kills don't count.
Fine.
Fine.
Gun kills don't count.
Okay, but I'm bringing one.
Sure. If you need one.
Just in case you get yourself in a scrape you can't get out of. Your sister would kill me if something happened to you.
Listen, it's okay. We all have our safety nets, or if you need it.
You
then-
know I have 4 arms now, right?
Yeah, because 2 wasn't good enough.
Okay, I
Fucking
think
show you
we
what's good
are.
enough, you scrawny little asshole.
Okay.
Alright.
Again,
It's
No,
weird
okay.
seeing you threaten someone with my face. Don't like
Wait,
that.
like me, I'm threatening
Come on.
her with your face, or she's threatening your face?
Let's have a
Yes.
practice round right now.
this did not go well last time.
If there's one really big guy who has a bunch of little guys on him, that only counts as one.
Why would
Well,
that?
duh. Yeah.
Why would that be?
I mean, we are.
Is this
kind
because of the
genetic
nanobots from before?
modification.
Yes. If there's one really big guy with a bunch of little nanobots on him, it only counts
What
as
if
one.
what if
even-
it's like before and he is just nanobots though?
That's one.
Mm,
Yeah, you're not going to get 1 per nanobot. That doesn't seem fair.
why not? I worked really hard for that.
If
Because
they're
that would be
attacking
like
you-
a trillion.
Yeah.
You're not going to get points for each nanobot you kill.
Why not?
Because they're tiny.
So
Let's just
So
hope
are
there
you.
aren't any nanobots to be killed, and we'll cross that bridge if we come to it. Okay? Fair.
we're gonna have to start writing down these rules.
Yeah, this is becoming a very complex game. I
Right.
don't know.
Yeah, I think we're going to need a judge.
Ooh. Can I judge?
I feel like you have a bias.
Oh.
I'll be judge.
No, you'll actually be fine. You know what? As I am the most useless in a physical confrontation, I'll set up in a corner and I'll judge.
Listen, I don't think I'm biased. It's just like watching, like, I don't know which. My sister's fighting. All right, which one of us was born first? Do you know?
I don't remember.
I mean, you hacked into like the records and stuff.
Yeah, I was sort of being brainwashed at the time. Everything's a little bit fuzzy.
That's fair.
Who am I kidding? You probably emerged first, so that's just who you are as a person.
Probably emerged first.
I just saw Sid's face and couldn't hold it together.
That is what we're calling it from now on. Is emerging.
Yep. Being born is
emerged.
emerged.
Emerging.
Emergence Day.
Happy Emergence Day! Hey!
Incredible.
I'm pretty sure that's a thing from Gears of War.
It's gotta be. Or Doom or something. Gross. Alright. Come on, String Bean.
This is gonna be fun.
If you fucking jump on my back again, I will take your head off your body.
Well, not when you're expecting it.
No, I mean at any point during this mission. You're gonna act a little professional.
Fine. Sure, I'll have other people's backs to jump on anyway.
Never mind.
All right. So, anything else?
As we like get ready to go, can Clarity talk to Choke?
Sure.
Hey, Choke.
Mm-hmm.
Can you just be really careful not to catch feelings for my sister just because you guys are bantering a lot?
I'm sorry, what?
And not to catch feelings for my sister because you've caught feelings for two other really cool people. My sister's really cool, but it's also weird for me because she has my face. So
Yeah, it would be weird for me also because she has your face.
okay, good.
Okay, where is this coming from?
You guys are bantering a lot, and we both seem pretty into it. But
Yeah, we have a lot in common.
yeah, I don't know. I was just a little worried, but I don't know. You have Swin, and then if you don't have Swin for whatever reason, you have Yule. I mean, I guess you don't have Yule. I feel that's in the past now. But
Yes.
I mean,
Do you think I could date your sister?
You both are cool.
Thank you.
I don't know.
Do you think your sister would date me?
If the circumstances were different, yes, and also if the circumstances were the same, maybe. I don't know. I'm not super up to date on her dating life. I don't think she had one very much.
She doesn't strike me as the dating type.
Yeah, she might just not be interested in that at all now that I think about it. But also,
well, I mean, just because she's not interested in dating doesn't. She's not.
Well, I know.
Interested in other activities.
Yeah, I don't want to contemplate that.
Well, you brought it up. I am not.
I'll just assume that
I am not in love with your sister.
No, I didn't. Well, I didn't say that. But anyway, I'll just assume that everything's fine, and I don't need to poke my nose into things that may or may not be happening. That are probably certainly not happening.
I will not date your sister.
I mean, if it were a star-crossed lover sort of thing, I could give you my blessing, but it would just be weird for me, you know?
Okay, well, we'll just take it slow and see what happens.
Okay. Nice talk, Joe.
Yep, I feel great about it. Please tell me Ghost was hiding around a corner.
I don't. Okay, yeah. So I think think as you come around the corner, Choke, Ghost is just leaning against the wall, and I think just locks eyes with you for a second, just like, hey.
Hey.
That's it.
We need
I
a
am
romantic
laying
drama,
this
to be fair. We
know.
resolved a lot of it, you know.
Well, I continue to be at the center of them, but I am gonna lay this one at Morgan's feet. Because I'd thought about it. Wasn't gonna do anything about it.
Oh, God. Swin's gonna murder somebody.
Morgan, you gotta stop poking the bear.
I'm so sorry.
No, you're not.
No, you're not.
Neither am I.
It's fun.
All right, let's get to
You
it.
need to get me
Anything
into
else
one of
anybody-
your romantic games.
Working on it. Very hard. Trust me.
All right. Is there anything anybody else wants to do before you leave?
Well, I need to have a conversation with Swin, but I don't think we need to do it right now.
Okay. If it can wait till you get back, then we can do it when you get back.
That was kind of a joke. But...
Oh, yeah, okay, I gotcha. Sorry.
So if you are gonna have a discussion about opening up your relationship, I really feel that should be on stream. But
That should be on stream, yeah.
We don't need to do that right now.
Okay. Then we don't have to right now. Leave them wanting more.
Always leave them wanting more.
Pipe up in chat if you definitely want to see that conversation happen.
I don't know where I went wrong with this game.
You invited me.
Yeah, that's probably it. It's all gone on for way too long.
There are no real world stakes. I will try to romance everything that moves.
Yeah. Okay, so you have you all prepare departing from Minos Station and heading towards following the beacon that guides the Little Scarlet down towards Europa. As you kind of descend through the like very thin atmosphere of the moon, you can see this kind of icy expanse, this whitish gray terrain stretching out in every direction, and the beacon approaches, I think, Alco, guiding the ship down on descent, and you reach the surface station, which is fairly small. It's kind of one large building. Looks almost like a warehouse. It's clearly like heavily bunkered. It's got kind of like ice buildup around the edges. It's probably been here for some time, probably a couple decades, and it is, but it's managed to withstand the climate here. And as you come in to approach, the hangar opens for the Little Scarlet to glide into, closing behind, pressurizing, and then the ship is sort of sprayed down to prevent the ice buildup from your approach through the atmosphere. As you begin to kind of prepare yourselves for the departure, some of the station staff comes up to the ship, needing some of like the refueling, and an administrator approaches the docking or the ramp, and kind of is giving the ship a very kind of curious look. Not necessarily the one that they would expect a multi-trillionaire investor to be flying around in. And
it's kind of like a quirky billionaire, like, you know, carting around Milan and like a jalopy, you know, like it's the same deal.
Yeah. But either way is giving kind of a strange look as you depart, and they're waiting at the bottom, giving a smile, saying, "Welcome to Cetus Facilities. I'm here to guide you to the bathysphere."
Wonderful.
Is there anything you'll need for your journey? The descent down takes a bit of time to prevent any sort of, damage to the vessel. You're probably looking at about an hour to reach your destination. So we will have refreshments on board, but if there's anything you need before leaving, please let me know.
Of course. I have a rider around here somewhere. Lovely, thank you.
If you do find your rider, please provide it to me, and I'll make sure the requests are met. As for your vessel, the Lil Scarlet, is it?
Yes.
Quaint ship.
Sort of a personal experiment of sorts of Mr. Sheridan's.
Oh, nice. well, we will provide maintenance and see it taken care of. I assume you have crew remaining aboard that will remain here during that time. If there's anything that they should need, they can contact me as well.
Thank you.
Well, please, let's go, because I know that you're on a quick timetable here, waiting to get down as soon as possible. So please follow me. And they lead the four of you, Choke and Ghost, acting as bodyguards, taking up sort of a flanking positions around Chance, acting as Mr. Sheridan, and Impulse leading the way. As Veronica was your name that you gave?
Valerie.
Valerie.
Cherton.
Valerie Chewton. Okay. Y'all need to write these down somewhere, because I will not remember these for the next session. Just FYI. And more Clarity falling behind as a PA. You're led through a short tunnel, which exits into a kind of smaller chamber of this facility, where there is some sort of landing platform that this domed, sort of spherical looking vessel is half protruding out from this bathysphere. And it looks like heavily fortified for deep sea pressures, and has some other dials and monitors and other things kind of fastened on the outside. It's very bare bones, very minimal. Seems like it's more for function rather than fashion. And this administrator kind of leads you up the ramp, giving you kind of the tour along the way. There's not really much to it, but it's just trying to fill the silence. And as you reach the bathysphere, says, "All right, well, everything should be in place. Please find yourselves make yourselves comfortable. You'll have viewing monitors for your descent as you go, and if there's anything you need, you can reach out to me over comm channels."
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Please enjoy your time here. And the five of you enter the bathysphere, the chamber closing behind, leaving you all in kind of darkness for a moment, as then the lights kick on around, giving kind of a warm yellowish glow to this interior. It's fairly spacious, about the size of a one-bedroom apartment, maybe about 800 feet. So plenty of room, seating. There's a little bit of comfort here as well, but again, more function and form than anything too eccentric. But there is some a mini fridge with drinks in it, and some refreshments and things along the way. And within a few moments, you feel the sphere kind of shudder slightly. And you feel it begin to move, kind of this gliding motion, like it is probably falling on some sort of rail system. And it descends for a while, kind of at the steady pace, to the point that you don't really even feel it. And it keeps going and going and going, and eventually, as you finally breach through the ice, the very thick ice of the moon, and reach the liquid kind of core of it, emerging into the oceans of Europa, the monitors kick on, and you can see water kind of moving around, very dark, atmospheric. You can see some of the lights from the ship sort of giving you enough view out, just enough to see kind of bubbles and water kind of flowing past the cameras. Not really much of a view, but it's eerie, and it washes the interior of this chamber in this this refracting light of water, much like at the aquarium that you were just at. Anything while you're descending, or should I just skip through this?
Anything from, I don't know, choking ghost. I don't know, just throwing a suggestion out there. No.
A little bit of mood music kicks on.
I don't know. Does Ghost have anything to say?
No. Ghost is just focused on, I think, reaches down and like unholsters a small blade, kind of looks it over, holsters it back in.
Nice.
And just the two of you standing in kind of like silence together. Just...
Well, this is nice.
Yeah.
Who's watching the monitors? Okay, so Clarity and Clarity and Impulse, the two of you, sort of. Well, I'd say you. This kind of sticks out to you. I'm not going to do a roll here. You're the first to notice a couple of things. You see something through the monitors, something through the darkness. You begin to see lights, like small beacons, essentially, that are moving past you, like one at a time. And then in the distance, you can make out something at the, like some sort of structure ahead, as you get your first glance at the Cetus laboratory. It is essentially you see a cluster of spheres that are all sort of grouped together, almost like an enlarged molecule. There's one sort of central hub circle, and from that extend out a series of tunnels from it with other smaller domes kind of clustered onto it, everything forming this like intricate I'm trying to think of the same, like dodecahedron, essentially. But dozens of these pods, or these spheres, all sort of grouped together and glowing with light, and these beacons all surrounding it. But in this light, you also notice one other thing. Something else in the darkness. Other things in the darkness moving around this light. You see fish. Some small, kind of moving through. None coming close to your vessel. Everything kind of moving out in the darkness, so far enough away that you can't even really make it out. Schools of them kind of flooding through. And then around those schools dart away, and you see something massive sort of just peeking into the light and then dipping back out. Just the side to see some darkened scales, and then something else from below, some sort of white twisting shape kind of moves in and then kind of snakes away. And it's eerie because you see all of these things sort of moving around, but nothing comes close to the laboratory or to the bathysphere as you're making your descent. Everything's something like almost like they're repelled by it in some way. And as you make your final approach, the bathysphere docks with the side of the larger sphere in the center as you kind of move between some of these tunnels. Docks inside through a short tunnel that was clearly built for this bathysphere's housing, and the whole ship comes to a stop. And there's a ka-chunk, and the doors open, letting you out. And standing there at the end of the platform with a couple of other attendants, you see Marina Allweather, the CEO that you spoke with before. And she smiles and says, oh, fuck, I've already forgotten Sterling's last name.
Sheridan. Like
Sheridan.
hotel.
What? That will not stick with me. I like the hotel, not Hilton.
The S Hotel.
The S Hotel.
We did alliteration.
Mr. Sheridan, welcome. I hope that your trip was comfortable.
Chance just sort of looks up from his data pad and is like, mm-hmm.
Very pleasant, thank you.
Well, we will give you time for your... We have plenty of time for your tour right now. Please, if you'd like to come with me, unless you need a rest prior, we have facilities if you need to recuperate before we begin our tour.
I think the descent down was restful enough. A very interesting ambiance as well.
Right. I assume that is your first, other than your time spent at the aquarium, some of your first look at our research subjects.
Oh, yes.
We've made quite a bit of progress in propagating life down here on Europa. Substantially so over the past decade. We're very proud of that. An entire ecosphere now formed in a place that previously only held the most resilient of microorganisms.
They seem to stay away from the bathyspheres and the facility, however. Is that also your doing?
Yes, we have maintained the safety of our staff and our facilities through the use of some defensive measures. There are sonar pylons that are affixed to the facility and that keep the creatures at bay through a subsonic frequency.
You guys look at Chance. He has beads of sweat on his forehead because he wants to ask questions.
Just text them to her data pad and she'll ask them.
But please, we can walk. You were interested in our R&D department, I believe.
Most certainly.
Well, I will take you right there then. You can meet top scientists and get a look at our facilities.
Lovely.
Follow me. And Marina begins to walk you through. It kind of takes you around and eventually reaches some sort of like almost like a tram or like a small like vehicle used to travel through here. It kind of hovers a little bit off the ground, carries probably roughly around 10 people in like several rows behind. There's an attendant at the front that's driving it, and very comfortable kind of leather seats. She sits, and the others as well. I think all of you taking up your own kind of based on your status or your reason for being here. I imagine Impulse right next to Chance, and then Choking Ghost pretty close as well. And begins to take off, leading through the tunnels, which are this like glass or seemingly transparent substance, allowing you to see out into the water as you pass through them. But giving you a chance to ask questions as you go. So if there are any questions you'd like to ask, please go ahead.
Chance texts Impulse and says, ask them how the introduced species affect the microbiome. I'm so sorry.
Impulse asks that.
Marina looks back at you and says, a very astute question. Um, I can't say that I understand the process entirely. My own knowledge of the sciences is limited to my scope, but based on my understanding, we've done made every attempt that the organisms that we have introduced and engineered to introduce into this environment have a symbiotic relationship with the natural organisms here. We do not want to disrupt the biosphere that existed here previously, only wish to accelerate its development. So you'll find they've maintained a harmonious environment with each other.
Chance will remember that.
So, are any of these species directly descended from any of the microorganisms that were here originally?
Well, without getting into too much proprietary information,
Of course.
yes, you could say so. As I mentioned before, this is a natural evolution to this planet and its organisms. We believe that, based on our studies and our extensive research, this is how Europa would have naturally evolved itself over the course of millions of years.
Chance asks how you control the husbandry processes.
How do you control the husbandry processes?
You're asking whether we control the population's breeding.
Of course.
We have done as much as we can to eliminate the need for such a thing. We understand that the ecosystem here must be preserved and must have a balance. So we've introduced a number and the development of a sufficient amount of predators into the environment to maintain the populations of some of the more prolific life forms, and we've been able to achieve a level of stasis here. We've yet to reach a point where population control would be an issue. There's plenty of space on this planet, after all. Or moon, I suppose.
Chance is almost unable to hold back a scoff.
Any other questions? You may want to save some for our research staff.
Of course.
It is good to know that you've done your research, though. Those are very astute questions that you're asking.
You literally made me say husbandry.
I have a question.
For me or for
Yes.
the character?
For you or for everyone. I'm assuming you brought Zane's detecting device, right? Who
You
has
were on. You were.
I have it. Okay.
Ping duty. Yes.
Have I gotten any pings?
Yes. It's been it's been steadily increasing as you've reached the base.
Okay, I'll just keep monitoring it.
Okay. Time passes, and as you're maintaining small talk, proceeding through these tunnels, until eventually you arrive at one of these domes that's near the center. You've had to go through a couple of these spheres, like crisscrossing patterns, and Marina points out some of the other facilities and the other features of this of this base as you are led to their research and development department for their. I think they have multiple R&D departments. Is like the research is kind of spread out. Is there? I imagine because you're wanting to access the. You're looking for the piece of 8 that you specifically want to know about some of their genetic engineering, and you ask about those processes specifically. That would lead you there. Okay, I was just making sure. So you are led through a couple of the other ones that monitor some of more of the animal behaviors and some of the other technology departments, developing some of the devices and the tech that they use to keep this facility going, and that they have developed through their research in this subaquatic environment, in this very hostile environment on Europa. And then finally, you arrive at the R&D department for genetic modification and engineering. And it's here as the vessel sort of your cart comes to a stop. And a set of doors in front of you, Marina says, please follow me. And I feel it's unnecessary to say, but we do ask that you refrain from any sort of monitoring, video surveillance, photography, anything of that nature. I will need you to sign an NDA before we proceed, in case you do witness any sort of proprietary information during your visit.
Of course.
And one of the staff attendants comes around with a couple of data pads with these NDA agreements for each of you to sign. I imagine you sign without hesitation because it means nothing to all of you. You're criminals. But
Exactly. Not to mention, null and void if I sign with a fake name. Everyone knows that.
yeah, definitely. Anything from Clarity, you look like you were about to get up to something.
I feel like Clarity scans it just to make sure it is just an NDA.
Okay. Why don't you roll notice?
Oh god. Do I have notice? I do. I got it too.
2. The device seems fairly rote. It is just taking the NDA agreement, but you can tell as part of the signing of it, it does take a photograph as part of it, or a short video as part of your signing for legal proof of you signing it. So
I was more like looking for through the actual NDA itself and seeing if
Reading the fine print.
Okay, well, either way, you notice that there's a camera
Okay.
on these devices. And yeah, as you look through it, it is a fairly what's the word I'm looking for? Extensive, I guess. Comprehensive NDA. So the agreement being that nothing that you witness, overhear, perceive during your visit could be, that you're prohibited from sharing, profiting from that in any way. So it's, again, very comprehensive, but you're not signing away your kidneys or anything.
Okay. That's what I want to make sure of.
Yeah. You're not going to become the experiments because you signed this contract. Turn you all into mermaids. But the fucked up ones.
If I'm going mermaid, I am going fish bottom, okay?
You're all going to be fish tops.
No!
Oh!
Okay. So yeah. And in the chat, please vote if you're a fish bottom or a fish top.
What if you're like a fish switch? Or no.
Fish switch.
Mhm.
Just the midsection is fish.
Savannah has a look like they've given up.
I have.
So yeah, you're led
extremely
inside.
Uncomfortable with this energy.
Have you decided whether you're a fish bottom or a
I'm
fish
very
top?
uncomfortable with the energy you're creating in the studio.
As you all have signed the contracts, you are allowed access into the main facility. And as you come in through the doors, you see an extensive laboratory. You're actually like kind of in a sub chamber between that kind of wraps around a circular sort of main lab that appears to be sterile. There are other couple, like everything is partitioned with like big, appears to be like some sort of transparent glass panels, but with ventilation apparatuses at the top, everything very separated from each other. You see most of the technicians of the lab are wearing like CETUS like jumpsuits with the logos on them. Some of the chambers have like full like sterile suits, like hazmat suits, that they're using as they are moving some sort of material into these big like silver like crates. Essentially, they kind of like are slotting it into the side. And so there's a lot of stuff going on, monitors, computers, stations, everything, and there's a lot happening at once. But a couple things that you notice immediately. Clarity, your device, the ping ping device, goes off. It like begins to like go more rapidly, like you're very close to whatever it is that you're looking for. And the rest of you see at the center of this chamber, kind of near, built into the ceiling, probably to some other power source, is this big circular object, like a dome set in the ceiling, and kind of descending down from it like an arm is some sort of like crane-like device with a big dome at the end of it, with some other devices and kind of modules and things attached to it, lights coming off, everything very kind of sci-fi. And there appears to be some sort of technician or lab worker kind of at the center that's wearing one of these full suits that is seeming to like control this device. And it comes kind of swinging down towards the center and over one of these like cylinders. And there is, it sort of hooks over it, and there's this like pulse of light, and it is a flash of this like golden greenish light. Something very familiar to you.
And what is that?
Oh, well, it's the core of our research facility here. This is our process for genetic modifications, and well, it's how we create life.
And you made this device.
Yes. Well, not me personally.
Of course.
No, Dr. Hammond is the one that created the device.
I am sure Mr. Sheridan would love to speak with the doctor personally.
Of course. I'll radio him. Please have a seat, and I'll have him. You can't step into the lab facilities firsthand. You can watch from here, but I'll have him come out to speak with you personally. And she steps to the side and kind of goes to an intercom and begins to speak into it for a moment. And you see that man in the center that's controlling the arm kind of turn and moves over to an intercom, like kind of puts a hand like he's speaking into probably some sort of device that is underneath his helmet, and and then turns back, and the machine that's on the ceiling kind of begins to power down. It kind of folds up into itself and then folds into the ceiling, into this like dome here. And he comes through a couple of like a tunnel and is like there's sprayed down and decontamination, and finally comes around, goes into another chamber, and when he comes out is no longer wearing his suit anymore. Is a middle-aged man, kind of graying a bit, has a pretty thick mustache that is also kind of salt and pepper gray under his black hair. He is fairly thin and is also wearing the that same jumpsuit that the rest of the staff is wearing with the CETUS logo on it, and it kind of pulls up a pair of glasses as he steps forward to all of you and says,
If you gave this man just a very large, pronounced nose, it's my father, but it's cool. Don't worry about it. It's just really weird. Anyway.
I was bound to get there eventually. Eventually, everybody's dad will be in this game. My dad was in it first.
As an android, yeah.
No. So yeah. The beginning. So he steps forward and says, "Pleased to meet you. I'm Dr. Michael Hammond. How can I help?"
Chance texts Impulse and says, "What powers this machine?"
Is there a particular power source to this device?
Looks to Marina, and Marina gives kind of a nod, and the doctor says, right, so it's a bit complicated, but essentially there's a unique isotope that we've discovered through our research that emits a very specific form of radiation that we've been able to harness for targeted genetic modification.
Looks down at her data pen. More questions.
Yeah. Chance asks, "Have you evaluated the stability of the longevity?" I'll make this easier. Have you
No, it's hilarious that you're making her do this. It's great.
Have you evaluated the stability and longevity of the alterations to the DNA that manifest in the new creations? That.
She reads that off.
You sort of taken aback a bit by the question. Says, right. Yes, we've went through an extensive trial period when we initially began our experimentations and utilizing this isotope to modify sections of the bacterium's genetic coding. The trials were hit and miss. Some of them could not sustain for more than a period of time. Lots of missed developments, essentially.
Is that where the top fish half mermaids came from? I was just wondering.
You saw those, yes. Unfortunate bits there, yeah. Rejection of the samples. Anyway, that's very complicated. But yes, things of that nature. We did have some rejections along the way. Though, in recent years, we have been able to, I would say we perfected the process. Subjects that we're seeing are living out what we believe to be normal lifespans, some of which we believe will probably live for decades, if not even longer. Some have reached sizes beyond our initial predictions. It's
Such
quite interesting.
as the megalodon.
Yes, that's a very specific example of, well, that of course is not a creature that is native to this environment, and we would not introduce to this environment here. No, the creatures that we've introduced to, that you see around this facility, are ones that would be native to and could survive in the environment here on Europa. The creatures and the attractions up in the aquarium were designed specifically for entertainment, some of which came from fossil records and genetic material that we were able to identify or pull from research expositions on Earth, some of which we've taken approximations. But it is interesting, of course.
Of course.
Other questions?
This is Sam making this face, not Chance.
Amazing.
So, the text says, so you've enlarged bacteria then.
So you've enlarged bacteria?
In some cases, for our initial studies, we have done that. That wasn't crucial, and the subjects unfortunately did not last very long.
Sammy's face. I'm sorry.
But as part of our research, we found that to be integral. But the specimens that you see here, we believe to mirror the actual size that you'd expect of multi-celled organisms within this environment.
I see.
I was real worried for a moment that we just had megalodon-sized bacteria floating around. I was like, dear God. Sadly.
However,
the
if
good news is it wouldn't probably hurt you very much.
Because it would end me so immediately I wouldn't feel it.
It would just go.
I don't want to be.
Keep going.
You would be absorbed, but hey, maybe you could emerge someday. You never know.
That's worse.
I'm sorry.
The doctor says, but if your concern is the safety of this facility and the people that work in it, well, I'm sure Marina can give you the full rundown of our safety procedures. I did not design them myself, obviously, not being my area of specialty, but I did help in their creation by identifying certain characteristics that we might be able to use to keep the specimens at bay from our facility. Not all of them would be aggressive towards our structure, but some have shown some predatory instincts, and it appears that, well, they would be violent towards us if given the opportunity.
Impulse gets a ping on her data pad that says, is this something that with the proper investment you would be able to replicate in another location?
Are these results replicable? In a different location? A different environment, perhaps?
Looks to Marina, who gives kind of an eager smile and says, yes, I believe so. This facility was simply the one that interested us the most. We've discussed potentially branching out from aquatic life to other organisms as well. We only need the funding for it.
Another ping. Would you be able to reproduce this machine?
Is the machinery replicable, or would this device need to travel between locations?
Say, well, it might be difficult. The machine was very costly to create. And, well, I think, and Marina steps in, she says, I'm sure that we could come to some sort of arrangement with the proper funding. We'd be able to, I lost my accent there for a moment. We'd be able to come to perhaps replicate it several times if we were to open up enough facilities. Again, it's all a matter of having the right financial backing. Unfortunately, our donors are very selective. Not many people willing to throw money at a endeavor so out there as ours is.
Another ping. This is so silly. Another ping.
I love it. I absolutely love it. I imagine just like Chance trying to keep the straightest face possible and just like furiously typing on the data pad. Amazing.
The next question is, where? The gist of it is he wants to know where this isotope that causes the genetic mutation / creates life was obtained, and if it's ethically, he's going to frame it under, he wants to know if it's ethically sourced.
The isotope. I have one job on this ship. It's stupid, but I'm going to do it, okay? The isotope, was it ethically sourced?
Looks to Marina, says, to understand is the implication you're asking whether it was stolen property or...
I meant more whether it was found in an ethical or sustainable way.
Right. I'm afraid this is probably outside Dr. Hammond here's experience, being a not quite in that field of study, and Dr. Hammond kind of giving an eager, like a solid nod to back himself out of the conversation, and Marina says, I would have to discuss this with some of my staff. I'm afraid I don't know all the details, but I can provide you with records and documents if that is important to you. I will assure you that I am certain that it will meet your standards. We strive to be ethical in all of our matters and our environmental footprint wherever we set up shop, you might say. So, our number one goal is the preservation and the propagation of natural life. I'm sure the doctor has some work to get back to, though, so unless there are any pressing questions, we should continue the tour.
Of course. Thank you so much for your time, Dr. Hammond.
Thank you. Enjoy the rest of your tour. And he steps back towards the lab, and you are led out by Marina to get back on the cart. And as you are led further onto the tour, we're gonna close our session here with one last scene. As somewhere out in the darkened waters, pressing away until the facility is just a blip on the distance, something large and sinister pushes through the dark expanse, heading straight for the Cetus sub-aquatic lab.
You know what they say? Life finds a way.
Oh, damn it. I forgot I was going to have her say we spared no expense.
Ah!
I hope no one has thalassophobia.
Has what?
Thalassophobia. The fear of
Thalassophobia.
like the ocean and the deep and
Oh. Is everyone good with this? Because we can just pull the plug on this. if
You want to
anyone
see
doesn't.
Thalassophobia realized coming out with us on Sunday nights, where that's literally a character in our Masks game. There's a hero named Thalassophobia. I'm not making it up.
That's
Ah.
amazing.
Awesome. Well, that's going to be it for our session here tonight, y'all. Good stuff. So everybody got another minor milestone today.
Woo.
So everybody can do that. And that's where we'll close it out because we're a little bit over. So I'm going to wrap this all up. Does anybody have anything they will plug, promote, coming on, anything they're working on this week that they would like to talk about?
Come see Flames of Freedom, 8 o'clock on Mondays on Infinite RP, and Queer Society on Wednesdays, 8 o'clock Eastern on Critical Misses.
Nice. Anyone else?
We got Masks on LB's channel on Sunday night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Thank you, everyone out there, for watching. Really appreciate you being here and participating in the chat. We'll be back here next week to continue our session and see where this all goes and what's looming out in the darkness. Join us tomorrow for our next installment of Saturday Night's Star Power at 5 o'clock Eastern Time, 4 p.m. Central. And stay tuned, join our Discord, follow us on Twitter for everything else going on throughout the week, because I'm sure we'll have more stuff for you to join. Our schedule's a little bit changey, wishy-washy right now. A lot of life changes happening, so there's some things up in the air, and we're just kind of going with the flow. But we're going to be here doing stuff and figuring things out together. So we will see all of you in 1 week, and until next time, good game and good night, Internet.